Hello and welcome to the Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry. Alrighty, let's look at some articles.
Sure.
So Elon Musk's Twitter sues advertisers over alleged massive advertiser boycott after Twitter takeover.
Oh boy.
So
Wait, hold on. This is the same guy who, in an interview that has been going around the internet a shit ton, literally said, "We don't want you advertising on our platform.
Fuck off," were his exact words.
Fuck off. These people are financially blackmailing me with money.
Yeah.
Like, wait, well, hold on. Well, which do you want? Do you want them to advertise on your platform so that you're upset with them boycotting? Or do you want them to boycott and leave so that they're not doing that thing? Man, this sounds like the most divorced fucking man in the world. This is what the most divorced person in the world does and says. Actually, you didn't take the kids with you. I disowned them.
Elon, fuck off. Advertisers. Okay. Elon, I'm suing you for fucking off. Yeah, so apparently this is about a boycott that happened before he told them to fuck off. But I feel like that's still going to come up in court, being like, he clearly doesn't need our revenue since he told us to fuck off, even though that's not necessarily the event that he's referring to. So like that comment's going to bite him in the butt. But yeah, so Elon Musk's social media platform X has sued a group of advertisers alleging that a massive advertiser boycott deprived the company of billions of dollars in revenue and violated antitrust laws. So guy who is allegedly a free speech absolutist is now suing companies to force them to coerce their speech. And since we know from Supreme Court rulings that corporations are people,
yep,
this is compelled speech of people, I guess. Not really people. They're not really people, but if we're going to expect consistency out of the right wing, they're people.
We should just start referring to corporations as people. Like, we get to just start playing the dehumanizing game with them. Because they're not people in the first place, so I mean, it's not really dehumanizing.
Yeah, they if anything needs dehumanization, it's corporations.
110%.
I like how they call it the company formerly known as Twitter. It's like, and this is Associated Press. Like they are professional in everything. Like they are so professional that they retracted their fact check of JD Vance fucking a couch.
JD Vance did not fuck a couch. Well, technically, we don't really know. I mean, he might have, possibly. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, what if the couch is soft? You know, like it's right there.
If it's a leather couch, it's soft and supple. You put some lube in the cracks.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, like at that point, it's just taking care of it, right?
Karen Tuplin says, "Hello, I'm here until the cat decides to come back inside."
Entirely reasonable.
That is relatable. Yeah. Yeah. So Linda Yaccarino, CEO, said, first Musk posted about the lawsuit saying now it's war after 2 years of being nice and getting nothing but empty words.
That video was weird.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, advertisers don't owe you their money. Like, okay. Little bit of a tangent. Raycon earbuds. They sponsored me a while ago. I got these buds for free. Other creators that they've sponsored, they've gone on to sponsor them long term for several months, sometimes several years. I got the one sponsorship deal that was 2 videos, and they never came back to me for more.
That happens.
Yeah. I have no grounds to sue them for that because they do not owe me their advertising dollars. They do not owe me buying space for them on my platform. Now, if they did come back to me, I'd absolutely take that, because even though Raycons are known for having absolute shit audio quality, I'm not an audiophile and I don't care, but I will tell you, these guys just went through the washing machine and they're fine. They survived. It twice. Like, it was one of those situations where, like, we put the load of laundry on and then forgot about it and came back a couple days later, and it's like, oh, now it's smelling kind of musty, so we got to put it on again. So these things survive being washed twice in succession without getting a chance to dry off, and they're fine.
Man, I'm glad to know I'm not the only one that does that.
And I actually, for their ad, I wanted to do a bit where because they advertise water resistance, they don't advertise waterproof. But I wanted to do a bit where it's like, okay, well, these are the earbuds that I use in the shower. And so I was going to do a thing with that. And they actually told me, no, don't do that. We don't want you to advertise that you use them in the shower, because then people are going to think they can use them in the shower. And I'm like, you know what? They have physical buttons and they survive the washing machine. So I don't care that the sound quality is technically not that great, because I'm not an audiophile.
Yeah, you can hear things in it and it's fine. It's like when people get upset at Blue Yetis. Like, Blue Yetis are perfectly serviceable microphones.
Yeah, my channel survived on a Blue Yeti for like 3-4 years.
Yeah, mine survived on a Blue Yeti for a long time too. Like, it's a perfectly reasonable microphone to utilize. I don't think there's for most YouTubers, for most applications, there is no reason to upgrade away from a Blue Yeti. The gains that you get past that have such diminishing returns that it's kind of crazy. Like, the only types of people who benefit from doing that particular upgrade are people who all of their content is like this and it needs to be perfectly clear.
The NPR voice.
Yeah, they need that voice where it's basically political ASMR.
So my arm's not big enough to get it, but I have the Shure SM7B. The only reason I have this is because somebody bought it for me. I also have an $800 lens on my camera that somebody bought that for me too. I threw it on my wish list as like, I will want to remember this in like 10 years when I have enough money that like spending that kind of money on a lens will be an acceptable thing. And it just showed up on my front doorstep one day. Yeah. I was so fucking excited when that showed up. Progress Only says Raycons are not good for the quality. You can get Anchor brand ones for like half the price on sale. Yeah. So guess what? I actually have the Anchor brand ones as well, because I lose headphones all the fucking time. That's how the Raycons ended up in the wash. I very much doubt that the Anchor ones would survive the wash. They haven't gone through it yet, but I don't think they would survive. But also, I like that the Raycons have physical buttons, not capacitive touch ones, because a lot of times when I'm listening to stuff, I will be like washing dishes or something. And more than once with the Anchor ones, the capacitive touch, you touch it to pause, and then a little drop of water stays there, and it's like, oh, you are holding it to turn up the volume, and now my eardrums are blown out. So yeah, I'm not going to say the Anchor ones are shit, because like if you're used to, because like everything's capacitive touch now. That's actually one of the reasons why like the Raycons are my favorite, not necessarily because they are better than the other ones, but because they have a button that only gets pressed when I actually press it. So, yeah. And they haven't given me money. I should sue them. This is an advertisement for them, and they haven't paid me, so I'm suing them, just like Elon Musk is suing his guys. Except they didn't even advertise on him. Like, I don't know, whatever. I have a better case than Elon Musk does for what I just did.
It's a giant, confusing mess.
The lawsuit allegations center on the early days of Musk's takeover and not a more recent dispute with advertisers that came last year, or came a year later.
An earlier temper tantrum, not the current one.
I love the way they phrase this. It says, a number of advertisers began fleeing X over concerns about their ads showing up next to pro-Nazi content and hate speech on the site in general, with Musk inflaming tensions with his own posts endorsing an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. This next part is the best. Musk later said those fleeing advertisers were engaging in blackmail and, using a profanity, essentially told them to go away.
Using a profanity.
Using a profanity. Way to dance around.
Man, there's a word for that. It's a very particular word for what profanity he used.
I'm just picturing like, yeah, if you have a quota or something on how much profanity you're allowed to use, you like walk in and like, I will take one profanity, please.
I mean, that's like how PG-13 movies are rated in the United States. They're allowed one instance of the word fuck.
Yeah. So fun fact, I think it was X-Men First Class when Hugh Jackman's cameo in that, he did that on the condition that he got to use the one F-bomb they were allowed.
Yep.
So that's why when Magneto and Charles walk up to him, he just says fuck off and then they leave. That's why. He used a profanity.
One profanity, please. Just one. Man, if there's one thing I would love about shooting movies, it would be being in the conversation of where we are technically allowed to place the fuck. Where would we get the most bang for our fuck?
I'm sorry, Luigi. I didn't see your joke, but yes, Luigi said I would like one profanity, please.
Just one.
Just one. Yeah, that was great. Yeah. Okay, so Musk used a profanity. And then Unilever, one of the companies that is named in the lawsuit, in their statement, they were like, yeah, no platform has a right to our advertising dollar. Like, we're not boycotting you because some group told us to. We're just like, no.
Yeah.
And being a YouTuber who takes sponsorships, sometimes people say no to me. Also, being a YouTuber who takes sponsorships, sometimes I say no to people. That's the real fun part.
I've had no less than 2 propositions from an NFT game called Big Time. And each time I'm just
as soon as you said NFT game, I'm like, oh, no, absolutely not.
Just like, y'all are barking up the wrong tree.
There's
I'm sorry.